This is Victorian feminist and social reformer Josephine Butler, and here's what you should know about her. She campaigned for women's suffrage and the right of women to better education, the end of coverture in British law, which is a legal practice that meant that no female person had a legal identity, as well as working to abolish child prostitution and end the human trafficking of young women and children into prostitution. She was clearly a very busy woman who did a lot of work for the causes that she believed in. Butler and her husband George lived in Liverpool for a time where they offered shelter in their own home for some of the homeless women in the city. A lot of these women were sex workers who were in the terminal stages of a venereal disease, which is what we might call an STI today. Pretty soon it became clear that there were more women in need than they could provide for, so Butler set up a hostel using funds from local women and men of means. In 1869, she started her campaign against the Contagious Diseases Act. These had been introduced by the government in 1866 and 69 to try and reduce the amount of STIs in armed forces. The acts meant that police could arrest women who lived in seaports and military towns who they thought were sex workers and force them to be examined for STIs. The same treatment, however, was not given to their male customers. And if a woman refused to be checked, she would be sentenced to jail with hard labour. Butler toured around the country making speeches condemning the acts, and a lot of people were pretty surprised that a woman would speak up publicly about sexual matters. Her efforts were ultimately successful, as in 1883 the Contagious Diseases Acts were suspended and in 1886 they were repealed. We love Josephine. We think that she is thoroughly deserving of being recognised as a sex pioneer, and if you'd like to learn more about her, she has a historic figure page on the BBC website. Make sure to subscribe to our channel so that we can keep bringing you more great sex and space content.